This video introduces multiple labs in biomedical and life science. Fields with strong funding support and active research. Please check each ad number and use the matching email when you apply. Let's move towards Ad 1. Ad 1 is Advanced Pharmaceutical Materials Lab, School of Biomedical Engineering, Seoul National University, Yosu Campus. Research topics are as following: development of nanoplatforms for osteoporosis treatment, externally stimulated drug delivery, systems and nanoparticle-based therapies for ocular diseases. Recruitment is for Master's, PhD and integrated MS/PhD students with tuition and living expenses support, and internship and admission in 2026 spring are possible. Documents required are resume and cover letter and personal statement, and applications or questions should be sent to ys.kwon@jnu.ac.kr, and lab website is https://sites.google.com/view/nano-apml. Let's move towards Ad 2. Ad 2 is Innovative Anti-Cancer New Drug Laboratory, Korea Institute of Radiological and Medical Sciences and UST in Seoul. The lab develops tumor resistance target inhibitors, targeted anti-cancer drugs, and radiation-based immunotherapy, and offers a UST/PhD position with about 3 million, one per month, plus 4 major insurances and severance pay for qualified students. Only Korean applicants can apply, and an official English score, such as TOEIC 730 or higher, is required, and admission is planned for late 2026, with degree earned while working as a researcher. Research topics are as following: MOA and POC, research for new anti-cancer drugs and development of targeted therapies and anti-cancer immunotherapy using radiation. Documents required are resume, personal statement, thesis list, degree, certificate transcript, and applications or inquiries should be sent by email to jsung@wkrhim.ri.kr, and more details are on the used admissions site. Let's move towards Ad 3. Ad 3 is Systems Biotechnology Laboratory, Graduate School of Biotechnology, Konkuk University, Seoul. The lab integrates multi-omics, data, bioprocess engineering, and artificial intelligence to develop microbial cell factories and bioprocess control technologies for useful bioproducts. Research topics are as following: metabolic engineering of production strains, synthetic biology based, genetic circuits, control of gut beneficial bacteria, and AI-based design of Pseudomonas putida and cell-free systems. Recruitment is for 2 masters and 1 PhD student, with tuition and living expenses, support and selection through document screening and interview until 2026-01-25. Documents required are standard graduate application materials of Konkuk University, and applications or questions should be sent to syo@konkuk.ac.kr, and lab website is http://cyberg.konkuk.ac.kr. Let's move towards Ad 4. Add 4 is B. Lab Biointegrative Science in Ocular Neuroregeneration Department of Ophthalmology, Cha University School of Medicine at Cha Biocomplex, Panjio Gyeonggi Province. The lab focuses on optic nerve regeneration, exosome engineering, biomaterials, synthesis, intraocular drug delivery, and whole eye transplantation for prevention and treatment of blindness. Research topics are as following: development of biopatch-based whole eye transplant technology, intraocular neuroprotective drug delivery systems, and anti-fibrotic therapeutics for ocular tissues. Recruitment is for 1 master's, 1 PhD, and 1 integrated course student in the biomaterials team, with tuition and living expenses, support, dormitory provision, and internships or researcher positions before graduate admission. Research topics are as following: drug-induced synaptic plasticity and therapeutics, neuroimmune modulators, sudden and chronic stress-related brain disorders and developmental brain disease mechanisms. Documents required are resume, cover letter, and transcript, and applications or questions should be emailed to gwonkim@khu.ac.kr, and lab website is https://sites.google.com/view/khupharm-kim-lab/study-wom. As Translational Medicine Aborison, Ajuya University, Suwon-gyeonggi Province, of Medicine Aju University, Suwon-gyeonggi Province. The lab focuses on senescence aging, skin aging, and cancer cell senescence, using integrated clinical data, bioinformatics, and in vitro and in vivo validation. Research topics are as following: aging cancer cells in colorectal and prostate cancer, tumor microenvironment, and mitochondrial dysfunction-related signals in cancer. Recruitment is for 2 graduate students in 2026 with flexible master's or integrated course entry, and benefits include tuition support, living expenses, conference support, and performance-based allowances. Add 7 is Intractable Kidney Disease Laboratory, Soon-Chan Yang, Institute of Biomedical and Biomedical Sciences, Kyoanon Soon-Chan Yang, University Department of Medical Sciences. Research topics are as following: molecular mechanisms of intractable kidney disease animal models using transgenic mice and patient sample-based clinical convergence studies. Documents required are resume and cover letter, and applicants must contact the lab by 2025-12-28 and send materials and questions to eylee@schmic.ac.kr, and lab website is http://www.shimkasei.kr@okatera-se-atoindex. The lab performs human genomics-based translational research, linking biobank genomics, cell and animal models to mechanisms and therapies for bone, cardiovascular and orofacial diseases. Research topics are as following: osteoporosis and jaw, necrosis, atherosclerotic, cardiovascular disease, oral and maxillofacial tissue diseases, and large-scale genomic and environmental data analysis for disease risk and therapeutic targets. Recruitment is for 1 PhD and 1 integrated course. Student with tuition, living expenses, dormitory and accident insurance support, and paid intern. Researcher positions before graduate admission. Documents required are resume, cover letter, degree certificate, and transcript, and applications or questions should be sent to jm94120@snu.ac.kr, and lab website is https://sites.google.com/view/snu-tglab/home. Let's move towards Ad 9. The lab focuses on autoimmune diseases, including rheumatoid arthritis, lupus, Crohn syndrome, and systemic sclerosis, using immunology-based cell experiments and preclinical animal models. Research topics are as following: multiomics-based immunomodulatory pharmacobiotics, candidate discovery, screening of therapeutics in autoimmune disease models, and development of oral IL-6 and IL-23 inhibitors. Recruitment is for 1 PhD and 1 integrated course student for 2026 fall, with full tuition and living expenses. Support plus medical fee discounts at affiliated hospitals, and support for domestic and overseas conferences. Documents required are resume, personal statement, thesis list, degree certificate, transcript, and applications or inquiries should be sent by email to pppmj22@catholic.ac.kr, and more information is available through the Catholic Rheumatology Center. Let's move towards Ad 10. The lab conducts multidisciplinary research on diabetes and other incurable diseases, focusing on STEM, cell and nanomaterial-based therapeutics, drug and gene delivery, and translational research with strong chemical engineering foundations. Research topics are as following: tissue damage and regeneration in chronic diseases, stem cell and nanoparticle-based therapies, immune modulation and microenvironment control, and preclinical disease models. Recruitment is for 2026 entry master's PhD and integrated course, students with preferences for integrated course, and offers BK-funded full or partial tuition living expenses, international collaboration with UCSD and industry-linked projects. Documents required are resume and brief cover letter, and applications or inquiries should be emailed to dajpark@jbnew.ac.kr. And lab website is https://sites.google.com/view/mbslaboratory/home. Check the description of this video for email to apply for these positions according to their LAD number. For example, email for ad 1 is in front of ad number 1 for easy copy-paste. Final note for applicants. Before applying, carefully match your interests, skills, and degree level to each lab and check deadlines and conditions. Prepare a clear resume and concise cover letter mentioning the exact ad number, and send your questions directly to the lab email.